We're talking today with Dr. Liberty Galvin, an OSU Extension Weed Scientist. And Liberty, why don't you get us up to speed on the current situation in Oklahoma when it comes to weed management?
Sure, Lyndall. So right now, I think everybody all across the state has been experiencing drought. And that really complicates our agronomy and our weed management especially.
We've talked the last few weeks a lot about drought on SUNUP, the delays in wheat planting, how dry it is.
Yeah.
To me, it seems like summer's never going to end. Maybe it's finally getting a little bit cooler. Explain a little bit more how that's impacting weeds and soil temperatures.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that your winter annual weeds require pretty cool soil temperatures before they're going to germinate and emerge. Because we've had 80, 90-degree days, those weeds aren't quite ready to pop out of the soil. Also because it's been droughty. Seeds need the right temperature and they require moisture in order to come up.
With this in mind, you're getting questions about the timing, right?
Yes.
Should I put down my pre-emergent now? Should I wait on the rain? What are you telling people?
A few weeks ago, a month ago, when people were starting to get antsy, especially our dual purpose growers that plant a little earlier, they're like, okay, what's the forecast looking like? What are we predicting? And when the mesonet doesn't give us any rain in the long-term 14-day forecast, I just don't think that it's worth it for a grower to put down a chemical that may or may not have activity on the weeds that they're trying to target. However, I do have a student, she's a master's student, and she has been looking at the residual timing. So when you apply a pre-emergent herbicide, how long until you get rainfall is that herbicide going to have activity in the field? And what she found is that we're seeing some slight activity up to 14 days. You're getting pretty good efficacy of those pre-emergent herbicides within 7 days after application, assuming there's a rainfall in those 7 days. But ideally, I think a lot of growers are familiar with like 2 days before a rainfall, 4 days before a rainfall, but to give folks a little bit more time, 7 days, you'll still see some efficacy of your herbicides. Now, if you're really worried about good weed control, you want to get good soil coverage, growers can increase their carrier volumes from 15 gallons an acre to maybe 20 gallons an acre. I know a lot of people think that putting more water into their tank, it's going to slow them down. It does take a little bit more time, but you're getting better coverage across the field, and so you'll get better weed control at the end of the day.
So it may pay dividends after all.
Yes, yeah. Driving a little slower, putting a little bit more water in the tank is really going to pay off in the longer term through the season.
And now that we're finally seeing temperatures cool off a little bit, those weeds are going to come back, aren't they?
Those weeds, they will come back, and some weeds come back with a vengeance. There's some of our colleagues out in the western U.S. that have found that our brome species, so our cheatgrass, they will not only come back, they increase the amount of seeds that they produce in drought years. And so they don't just come back, they double down. And so it's important to get really good establishment of your wheat canopy in the fall to prevent further weed growth. And I'm hoping good establishment, a pre-emergent herbicide, will be off to the races for next spring.
Let's hope. All right, great information today, Dr. Galvin, and we will hope for rain and check in with you again very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.